As statistics tell us, we are faced with a period in our history where the black population is actually in decline in America. So what are we doing through education, urban reform, youth counseling, and public policy to break the devastating cycle of black-on-black gang violence and retribution killings in our inner cities to intervene in those areas before the streets claim the lives of our young men and women?
Well, do you have about an hour and a half?
You're going to have to abbreviate it, man. Whatever.
Well, it's obviously a complex answer, but let me just say this: there's so many moving parts to it that I think what this young man is doing, what George is doing, what Dr. Page has been doing, and certainly what the legislature has been doing. Once we begin to address it, because one of the problems we got is, for example, in 36 states, black boys are at the bottom educationally. And yet nobody makes a big deal about it. Nobody says a lot about it. Nobody does a lot about it. People accept the fact that black boys are not learning in schools. But yet, for me, I look at it as black boys being in a burning building. And somehow or another, we've been walking by this burning building forever. And now it's time for us to not only put the fire out, but get the boys out.
And
Can
Harold,
I add one thing to that? I think, and you mentioned a part about the population, and I think what we're seeing a lot, and especially in a lot of black and brown communities, is a delay to start families. And you see this later and later, and it's because of a lack of economic opportunities and, just inaffordability to do so. I mean, if you look at housing costs, right? So you take Los Angeles. They recently did a study where they were looking at building one-bedroom apartments. Cost $600,000 to build a one-bedroom apartment. San Francisco was $700,000. In Texas, you could build a number of single-family homes for that price. And so I think in a lot of states like that, New Jersey is another one, it's a high property tax state, New York, a lot of these states where you have just an incredible cost just to live, it makes it harder to start a family, harder to kind of move on to that next level. So, and a lot of that can be addressed by deregulating land use and a whole host of things, but yeah.